So unless you've been totally off the grid lately, I'm sure you know that we have a new moon solar eclipse happening today. It's going to pass over the United States beginning at around 11:06 a.m. Eastern Time when it moves over southwest Oregon, peaking around 1:20 Eastern, and then ending its U.S. journey, coming arcing down. So it ends at the U.S. at San Antonio and Corpus Christi, Texas. And that'll happen around 2:30 p.m. Eastern. So those further east in the United States, though, will still see a partial effect depending on the weather and where you're located. Please do yourself a favor and protect your eyes if you're going to look at this, and don't look at it directly. Anyway, once it leaves Texas, then the eclipse will continue across southeast Mexico. It'll cover a large swath of Central America, and then it'll move into South America, into Colombia and Brazil particularly, but most of the continent will see it. So there's a lot of people on the in the Western Hemisphere that are going to be able to see this eclipse. What does all of it mean? Solar eclipses only happen during new moons, right? But the fact that this is in Libra really gives us an opportunity to do relationship in a new and hopefully better way. Not just romantic relationships, I'm talking about all relationships. It's a time to look at how you handle yourself in relationships. So that's what I mean by doing relationship in a new way, right? So like things like, where do you give your power away in your relationships? Or on the other hand, are you too controlling with people in your relationships? And where do you need to give more or take more, or less also? And how can you create better balance between these in different aspects of your relationships? So all of that is up for examination right now. Now, if you're looking to attract new relationships into your life, now is a really good time to write out the exact characteristics and dynamics of what you're looking for in these new relationships. So, if you're looking also for an advisor or a teacher or a guru, anyone kind of like that who's going to help you in your on your path, it's a really good idea to write out what you're looking for in that regard as well. See, it's just super powerful because not only are the sun and moon coming together, but we've also got Mercury right there with them in the mix. So that gives us the communications aspect, right? So therefore, writing down or recording in some way, right? But at the same time, these three planets are all kind of playing with Neptune in the sky, and that kind of brings in a fairy godmother type energy. So write it down and then just turn it over to that fairy godmother who will, produce it at some point for you. At the same time, Saturn and Jupiter are kind of playing together today in a different sector of the sky. And this suggests that any new relationships that come into our life, or really anything new that comes into our life at this time, it doesn't have to be just relationships, but those things are going to grow at a slow and steady pace, and they're going to be long lasting. So that is definitely a good thing. However, Uranus's position in this whole mix is a little bit not as not as wonderful, I guess, as Saturn and Jupiter and Mercury. So Uranus is kind of in a position that suggests that we will probably, anything new that comes into our life will probably throw some unexpected challenges, or there's going to be something we don't see that we're going to have to deal with later. And to do that successfully, we're going to need to be able to go with the flow when it comes up, and to just make whatever adjustments are necessary, which may not be so comfortable, but are going to be needed. And we'll find out what those are probably in the next week or so. But it may take longer as well because the eclipse energy can draw out longer. So let's see what else. Oh yeah, tonight all of this energy could make us a little bit cranky. So there is possibility of triggering others with your words. So try to be careful with that, because you know what's going on, so you have control over that, right? So if you if you're careful, hopefully you won't trigger anybody. And if anyone triggers you, again, you know what's going on. So just kind of take a step back and listen to it, but try not to go overboard or, react in a big way, because that's just going to make things bigger, right? So this is Eagle Condor Astrology. If you want to stay on top of the daily astro vibes, go ahead and follow this channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing, commenting, liking, following. And I really appreciate you guys. Hope you have a wonderful eclipse. Hope you bring lots of great new relationships, new ventures, new things into your life with this. And I will catch you next time. Have a great day.